Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. I'm just gonna do what I did earlier today and go live for a little bit. With these lives, I'm just kind of waiting for everybody to gather. So while we do that, I'm just gonna do some general foundation and skin because I'm just gonna play with like eye makeup mostly because what else is there, right? Okay, So lately, I've been liking these little velour puff things. This one's pretty beat up. I've washed it a few times. But I'm just going to take a little bit of my Makeup by Mario mist and spray the puff. And then, let's see, what do I want to use? I'm going to use my Natasha Denona concealer for my base today. I'm not going to do a foundation. I'm just going to do some concealer. And this one kind of will erase all your sins. So I'll just use a decent amount of this and we should be good to go. This is kind of like a serum-y sort of concealer, but it's very full coverage. One moment. Okay, so wet our puff and we have our concealer. I'm just gonna work this out into the skin. I'm just gonna kind of pull it out from the bottom. If you've never tried using like a velour puff instead of like a sponge or a brush or your hands, try it because it's kind of a game changer a little bit. Sorry, you're gonna hear the TV in the background. Nick, can you turn it down a little bit? There we go. Now I don't have to fight so hard. Let's see. There we go. Okie dokie. So I'm just using a velour puff and I'm gonna add a little bit more of this mist. Just using a little bit of concealer as my base today because I just want to get something that's going to even me out really quick. The Natasha Denona concealer, this one is broken, unfortunately, but she still works. But yeah, that is all I'm going to use as far as base, really. And since I have that setting spray on this velour puff, it kind of like really shears it out to where it's pretty natural. I'm just kind of doing the skin while we wait for people to join in and figure out that I'm going live, so bear with me. But the skin is going on. We're going to kind of play with some shadows, some fun shadows actually. I want to play with like some sparkly shadows. I have 3 lives going at once, so I'm gonna be kind of jogging my eyes around. Don't mind me. Try and not let that distract you. But yeah, this shade is super super pretty. This was a limited edition matte color from a long time ago. This is actually like a sample one, probably from like I don't know, like Gratis or something. But this was a holiday collection a long time ago. These were called Spellbinder shadows. And the cool thing about these, actually, it kind of like left the base to its own devices. Hold on. There we go. It's a little bit better. I'll blend it in later. If you don't know, I kind of do like to give my concealer a little bit of air to set anyway before I fully do my blend. So it's all good. Okay, but yeah, what's cool about these, let's see, do I have a magnet? Let me grab a magnet, 1 second. You might not be able to see this on camera actually, but let me see if you can. Okay. It's like sticking to the magnet. It's like a magnetized base or something. I don't really know how these work, but these were really cool. If you kind of like, it like lifts it out of the pan if you get it too close, but you can kind of like move it around and it'll always go back into that shape. And it'll never really like fall out of there. These were really cool. I wish they kept doing them because they were super super cool. But we'll play with one today. I'm gonna do kind of like a green sort of eye, I think. Grungy, like editorially weird eye. Hello everyone. Thank you for coming. Oh my gosh, do you still have some? Because those were rad. I loved those. Okay, I'm gonna take the what's left of this. I'm gonna just erase my entire existence really quickly. Really press that in. The setting spray also kind of really helps everything melt, which is nice. Okay. Cool. All right. So from there, I did a makeup earlier. That's why I kind of have like redness there. Maybe I'll do something about that really quick. Actually, 1 second. This is an oldie but a goodie too. What is this called? Nothing On. This was the Modern Twist Kajal liner. There we go. That's better. Much different, right? It's a big difference to me. I don't know. Okay. Now that I have a little bit of base on, a little bit, I have a lot of bit of base on. Let's do some. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer just to kind of warm up my face slightly. Let's see. Brush. This will do. Oh, wow. That's a lot. It's okay. We're going to spread it around. That's all we need. That's all we need. What shade is this? This is Honey Drip. Can't go wrong. I'm just going to move this product around so that it's dispersed and not a line. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's do a little bit of powder bronzer. Actually, switch to this brush. Oh, sorry, throwing brushes at you. This is an old MAC bronzer, matte bronze. Very old. Probably shouldn't use it anymore, but I do. Such a good color. I feel like sometimes when I buy the new MAC colors that they're very different. But what do I know? Ooh. Okay, so bronzer. Let's do like a little bit of powder before we go into eyes. I'm just going to use the Makeup by Mario powder. Okay. So much powder. Okay. I'm just going to take that puff we were using originally. It's much less damp now, but it's still got a little bit of dampness, which is totally cool. It's kind of what I want. I'll get a generous amount of that powder and work it into the puff with my hand a little bit. And make sure you don't have any crinkles. And then I look up and from the inside to the outside. Right? Okay. And from the inside to the outside. And then I just go over my nose bridge. I want to make sure that there's plenty of powder here because I'm going to be doing some darker shadows. So I want to make sure things don't fall down. Okay. Powder. Now, okay, now we can start the fun part, sort of. Just going to do a little bit of brow gel. Just clear. Sometimes I'll use, actually a lot lately, I've been using like a dark brown or brunette brow gel, but for tonight's purposes, I think I'm just going to do a clear and call it a day. Okay. Now, I want there to be a base for this shadow look, so I think let's use I'm going to use my Danessa Myricks Color Fix in, what is this, Nude 1, and just a dab will do ya. I just want to kind of blank out and give a really good solid base for the eyeshadow. Grab some brushes. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining me tonight in my makeup playtime. I look like a clown, literally, right now. Cheers. I'm glad that you're here. Yeah, let's see. Let's do flat brush. I'll just push this over the whole lid first. Make sure it's nice and even. And then once you have it somewhat evenly over the lid, then I'll kind of lightly take it up and out all the way to the brow in this inner corner area here. That way we get a good payoff from the shadows, because I want it to be a fun look. Fun, bold look. Here we go. Okay, other side. I don't know if any of you who are watching watch Nikki. Oh, I got it underneath. Okay. Nobody panic. Nikki LaRose? Nikki LaRose, right? I think that's her name. She does Nikki Uncut, whoever I'm thinking of. And I love watching her Nikki Uncuts because I'll probably link her channel or her account for you guys below, because you should check her out. She's really cool. But she does these videos where it's completely unedited and it's just like makeup from start to finish kind of a thing. It's pretty cool if you like makeup, because you can kind of see another artist's or another makeup enthusiast, rather, their process, which I think is really cool. Something we rarely get to do unless you're at like a seminar or something like that, because a lot of YouTube videos and whatnot, they kind of cut out a lot of the blending and a lot of the technique that they're using. Like, it's kind of more better. It's more realistic to sorry, some more people just joined. Hi everyone, thank you for being here. I'm just rattling on here. But yeah, Nikki LaRose, she's great. It's cool to see the whole process. Somebody's doing a really good makeup. This side got a little bit heavy, but that's okay. We're gonna take a different brush, clean brush. Look, it looks dirty, but it's clean. It's stained. I'm just gonna press over just to shear that one out just a tad. Make sure they are all blended down, and this does tend to set since it's matte, so, which is nice, because then you can work on top with the shadows very easily. I also have used this for liner. And it works great for liner. And I'm really into doing those sort of liners where it's kind of like negative space sort of liner lately. So very cool. Shout out to Danessa Myrix. Doing it big. Okay. Let me get rid of this powder before I make a huge mess everywhere. Hey. Anyway, let me tap this in. Make sure we're all good here. There we go. Make sure the edges are nice and diffused out. Okay. So I think I'm actually... Should I start with that shadow? No, I shouldn't start with that shadow. That's a bad idea. Let's start with the Brights palette. I was using this earlier. Beauty Bay makes great shadows, so I'm going to use this palette right quickly. Nice big fluffy brush. This was an old Morphe brush, I believe. This is like a real hairbrush too, I believe. So it does pick up a lot of product and lay it down a lot. So that being said, that's kind of the brush I want for this. Let's go in with, I'm gonna do Granny Smith here, this green. It's kind of a matte, lighter green. And then I'm gonna mix that with Hello Sunshine, which is this goldenrod yellow, back and forth. Make my own sort of color. And then I'm just gonna put this through the crease on both sides. And since we, like I said, we have that brush going on that picks up a lot and lays a lot down, we can kind of just work with what's on the brush now. I think I'm gonna do sort of a smoky sort of look. And this is kind of gonna be our best friend color or our transitional color. Oh, thank you. Green is very daring. Green is not my go-to, I will say, but green is also a really interesting color to work with. I feel like blue eyeshadow is also kind of in the same sort of space as green eyeshadow. Very kind of almost like makeup taboo in a way. Blue eyeshadow is obviously has its associations and whatnot, so that's probably why. But let's do, I'm going to take this old Smashbox double-ended brush and do a little bit of light color. Let's see. Do I want to use this? I think I want to use, it's an old Morphe palette. I just don't want it to be a white, which is the only lighter color in the Brights palette. So I'm going to use, let's see. I'm going to use 1985 blended with Lynn. This was the Morphe Jeffree Star one, I think. Great palette, actually. Banger. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the brow bone and just bring it down into the green. Just to haze out those edges. Set the base. I hope everyone is doing well on this lovely, what is it, Friday? Actually, I know it's Friday because we're going to go tomorrow and I'm going to re-see the movie Companion. I don't know if anybody's seen that movie yet, but I really liked it. We're going to go see it. I'm going to see it again, and Nick's going to see it. And then we're going to go see The Monkey on Sunday. So I'm excited for that. That should be great. Literally, like, love horror movies. Horror movies. It's my jam. Who else? Okay. I'm going to actually, now that we have this palette out, I'm going to use this bright green here. It's called Nate. Okay. I'm going to put this through the outer crease and just make some depth. I just put it kind of more towards the tip of the brush. I'm just going to focus it a little lower in the crease in the outer corner. Might have to put down some more powder. These are kind of dusty, I will say. The brights aren't as dusty as this is, but both of them I would say are decently kickbacky and dusty, but for the price point and the quality of the shadows, they are quite nice, actually. So I'm focusing the product in this outer corner with the tip of the brush, and then in this inner corner here. And then feathering in between just a little. Okay, I'm getting like poison ivy sort of vibes from it. Love that. Let's do, let's see. Should we do that shadow? Let's do that shadow now. Time for the shadow. Okay, so we're gonna use this as our like eyelid. So I'm just gonna pick this up with my finger, which is the easiest way to use these. It feels so cool. It's like sand, putty sand. I don't know. It's so cool. Ooh. Ooh, wow. Very pretty. Oh, we need powder. Oh, yeah. We need some powder. Okay. Powder. Ah! It's okay. We're good. Powder. 911 powder. Oh, my God. Okay. Let's powder this under eye really quick again, because this is definitely getting a little wild. These shadows are just so sparkly. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's enough of a barrier so I can get it off if it falls down. Okay, let's keep going on this eye. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. That is insane. Ooh, shut your mouth. That is so pretty. Let me just pick my nose really quick. One sec. Okay, so before we do the other one, actually, I'm just gonna take a fluffier brush around the edge of this. Okay. Just to diffuse the shape. Ooh. I think I do want a slight bit of this too. This was from, what company makes this? Kaima Cosmetics. Great brand, great indie brand. I'm gonna put a little bit of this. Actually, let me use my finger, not ruin this doe foot applicator. So something like this on top of that. This is a liquid shadow. Pretty. Get a little more. Ooh. Pink goes good with green. Oh, I love that. Okay. Well, now we kind of have our template set. So I know what I'm going to do with the other eye. But first, let's finish this eye off, actually. And then I'll do the other eye real quick, because that won't take long now that I've got it sorted. That's pretty cool. Pretty happy about that. Okay, let's do some liner. So there it is. So Danessa Myricks again in Blackout. This is her Color Fix Mattes. And I use this for liner more than anything else. Unless I'm using like a water activated gel liner or a water activated, paint liner. I like those a lot. Okay, let's do small brush. What's gonna go on the best? Let's try, no. I think I have, I got my brush belt for a sec, hold on. I think I have, oh, here we go. That's what I need. Okay. Okay, so for me, like the best way to do liner is having like a little bit on a palette or on the back of your hand, gel or liquid or whatever you like. And then I like to use this specific brush. This is the 266, MAC 266. And I really press it in between the bristles and kind of splay them out, almost like it's a little fan. Get it really tight together. And then I'll use a mirror and look down. And I'll use this to kind of scoop out from the eye first. Kind of following, I kind of like to follow somewhat the line of where my tear duct would go. Not exactly. And it kind of shifts on both sides because my eyes are different on both sides, but we all do the best with what we have, don't we? So from there, I will take the top line across like so. And then I'll just take a bit more. I like to do just a taper in. Sometimes I don't take it all the way across, which is totally fine. Sometimes I just like it on the outer corner. Today I feel like this look calls for a liner, so I wasn't really planning on green. I don't know where that came from, but I like it. Okay. And then I'll just kind of make sure everything's sharp. There's no bumps or lumps or humps. My humps. Okay, let's do other side. Oh, actually, you know what? We need to do the shadow on the other side before we can. But yeah, I think that liner kind of fits with that style. What do you think? I think we need a lash for sure. Let's see. Let's have a drink. You're on the lid? What does that mean? Like on the toilet seat lid? Oh, what's on my eyelid? Okay. Let me show you. I'm going to do it on the other side. So I took a couple of greens from here through the crease, a little bit of that Morphe palette I was just using, and then those were the mattes. And then the sparkle is this guy, which is called Swing on a Star. It was a Spellbinder Shadow by MAC. You can't get them anymore, unfortunately. But this, I believe they still do make. The Kaima Cosmetics. I don't really know what the color of this is supposed to be. It reminds me of the thing from Death Becomes Her when she's like, when they drink the potion and stuff like that. But yeah, so let's do it on this side just so everyone can see if you're just tuning in. So this is like a super sparkly, super duper sparkly shadow. And it does have like a base tone to it. So this one has like a dark, almost blacky teal base to it. So with this, we'll get some depth going and some sparkle. And then with the other one, we'll get that nice spotlit effect through here. So I'm just packing that over the lid, all the way to the inside, all the way to the outside, kind of tall, because we're gonna blend it out. Okay. Let me get something to wipe my hand with. Okay. There are sparkles. I feel them all over my face. I'm just gonna dust. I'm gonna dust out here really quick. Okay, there we go. I think we're safe. I think we're safe, you guys. Okay, there we go. So, then we took this fluffy brush, nothing on it. I'm just gonna dust it out because there is a little bit of something on it because I blended the other side with it. There we go, empty. Now I'm just gonna go and push the edge of this around so that it fades in. These blend super intense. Like they blend a lot. How do I say that? Like they blend well, but they blend out a lot. Like you don't get a lot left over once you blend. So that being said, I think that laying down more than you think you need is kind of the way to go with it. Okay, let's do the liquid shadow. I'm just gonna take my finger again. At the end of this, I'm gonna have dirtied up all my fingers. Just for you. No, this is for me. This isn't for you. Ooh. That's so pretty. Add a little more. I love that. Very cool. And as it dries, it just becomes like more shifty and vibrant. That's crazy. Look at it on my finger. That is insane, you guys. Kaima Cosmetics. It's a small indie brand. Okay, I'm gonna wipe my fingers. And we'll dust one more time here. There we go. Had a little fall down from the blending. Okay. Now, liner. Okay, liner on the other side, right? So again, 266 brush is the GOAT. It is literally the GOAT for eyeliner. Oh my god, what am I doing? Where's my mirror? Okay. It's a meat cleaver. I like it. Okay. I feel him breathe. Okay. Then we can't breathe. We breathe and then we can't breathe. Okay. So look down, look down, look down. And then I try and kind of tilt my head forward a little bit so I can see if they're matching, which they never really are, but we try our best, you know. Okay. Bring it over. Ooh, sorry, YouTube, I'm cutting you off. I kind of like doing my liner. This is what I always tell people when I'm teaching makeup. Help, I had a pet jellyfish and I accidentally knocked down the tank and he's just flopping on the floor. What? This is not the place to come for that, my dear. I can't help you with that. I'm pretty sure that's a robot, right? That can't be real. Anyway, what I was saying, when I teach makeup, I do like to tell people to fill one eyebrow at a time. They're sisters, not twins. So you want to fill for the side of your face that the brow is on and what it needs to do on that side, and then go to the other side. I usually say start on the less dominant side and move to the more dominant side. I have obviously just kind of screwed myself by not doing that. So take my advice, do as I do, not as I say, or do as I say, not as I do. I'm not really sure. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. I think with liner, it's the same. You should fill the liner or like do the liner just for that side of your face. Start with the less dominant side, like I said. And as you practice, you know, you'll get better. But our faces are not symmetrical on both sides. So you want to kind of fill it for the side of the face that you're doing it for. That's why I say fill it one at a time. And then you can always kind of look straight ahead and be like, okay, is that wildly off? Or like, are they kind of the same? You know? You know? Also, I'm going to be doing a lot more of these lives. So if you like this, please go and follow and subscribe and like and all that stuff. And tell your friends to do so too that like makeup, or your mom, or your auntie, or your sister. Or your brother, or your Uncle Fester. I'm sorry, I know that I'm really cutting off my YouTube friends down there. I'm so sorry about that. I just needed to get into this mirror and get this liner on. Okay, so now we have the liner going. I think it's time we do a little mascara. Let's see. I can find a mascara back there. That's brown. Hold on. Sorry, YouTube. I'm going to have to close close you slightly. No? Yeah, that works. Okay, back up. Okie dokie. Little mascara. This is the Chantecaille mascara. It's all right. It's not like the craziest, most great mascara, but it does help your lashes grow if you're into that. It does have a lash grower serum in it. If you buy the one with the lash grower serum in it. It is a nice mascara. I would say, like, I always tell my clients though, if you're gonna skimp and save money somewhere, mascara is all the same to me. I don't know. Maybe that's blasphemous to say, but I feel like mascaras are mostly the same. So I usually just go with a drugstore one, unless I get gifted a really nice one or whatever, get gratis, etc. I need to get underneath. I didn't get all the way to the base of this lash somehow. Oh. Mascara down. Just grab a little more of this liner. Here's my mirror. Have you guys also seen that guy that does like country drag or whatever? I think it's really cute. I really like it. I wish he would let me do his makeup though. It'd be fun. There we go. There we go. I just don't want there to be a gap in between my lashes and my liner. That is not what I want in this life. I don't know what that accent is. I don't know what that was. I don't know. Okay. So, let's see. What else is next? What should we do next, you guys? Put it in the comments. What kind of a lip should I do? What kind of blush and highlight should we put on? Do you guys want me to try something crazy? Let me know in the comments. Okay. Mascara. I would do a lash, but I'm just going to probably take this off after this, so I'm not going to do a lash for you guys. I'm sorry. My bad. But this eye is a banger though, right? Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. I usually like to do a little bit of a drop shadow moment. So I'm going to take a little tiny brush and I'm going to take this frosted lime color in the middle of Hello Sunshine and Granny Smith, the colors we mixed earlier for the crease. I'm just going to take that and I'm going to hit right in the front here, just for a brightening sort of shadow. Ooh, that's cool. It's like a little spotlight in there. Okay, now let's take a little bit of white. This is called White Lies. It's just a matte white. I'm going to take it with the brow bone brush we used earlier. Wow, that was a tongue twister and I did well. Look at me go. Okay. little bit of white, matte white. Just gonna put that right at the top, right up here. Right under here. To fade that green out a little bit. Make sure that's all blended nicely. Okay. You know what? Maybe I do want like a little bit of a colored brow gel. I just decided. So 1 minute. Let me just grab that really quick. Sorry, YouTube. I have to bend you over a little bit here. Okay. Sorry, I had to move you guys down so I could get this brow gel. Promise. We're still friends. Promise. This is really dry and really old. This is Beguile from MAC. If you're an old MAC girl, you know what this is, and you can't buy it anymore. And it's so upsetting. Because Beguile was the tits. And I can say that because I said this wasn't for children. If you are a child and you're watching this, the T word was just said. So, earmuffs. Earmuffs. Okay, let's see. So, little color brow gel. Let's do a little blush. I think a nice peachy moment would be nice. What do you think? You think it's nice? Do you have Rebel for the lip? I don't have Rebel. I'm so sorry. Rebel wasn't one of my colors. I didn't ever invest in Rebel. I have Night Moth. I also just got Caviar. The new Caviar is stunning. I was kind of thinking of doing a black lip with this. Oh my God, how did you get that messy makeup look? It's so cool and raggedy. Thank you so much. Oh. Yes, it is giving Wicked. So much so. Let's move on with this tutorial. Getting some strange comments. Let's do blush. This peachy moment I think will be perfect. So let's just do, I'm gonna just tap it on here. I do like, this is called Peachy. It's by Jones Road. And it's actually a stunning blush. Switching back to my bronzer brush, I'm just gonna work that in. Okay. Na, 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 na. I'm a guy and I get bullied for doing makeup and you inspire me. Oh, that's why I do it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. You should feel inspired. You should always be who you are and wear your makeup if you want to. Nobody's been able to tell me no. So, I mean, they have, but I just do it anyway. Anywho. Yes, totally. Thank you. I try and be real. Being a real person is important to me. So lips. I think lips is the only thing left. Rebel was the only thing I saw suggested. And I don't have Rebel. I would say the closest thing I have to it is Night Moth, but I kind of want to wear, I think the new, what would you call it? Lip pencil in Caviar would be nice. And we'll do like a little bit of like glossy balm on top. So let's do that. Let's see. Well, I can't see my sharpener because I moved everything to film. So I guess we'll just use it how it is. Why not? That's so weird. I swear I just saw it. Okay. Anyhow, it's sharp enough. It'll be fine. Oh my god, it's giving like the male version of Shigo from Kim Possible. Does anybody know Kim Possible? The villain, Shigo. It's giving that. She would wear this if she was a man wearing makeup. Okay. Yeah, actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the brush I was using for liner and blackout again and just paint the lip in from here. These color paints are awesome because you can use them wherever you want. So just FYI, they're kind of a makeup artist or makeup lover's dream. So you can use them for whatever you like. Now, I just need to slightly perfect the shape. So I'm going to take a little, let's see, where is it? Oh, just a little bit of micellar water. Just put a couple drops of micellar water on my palette. I'm going to use this little brush, this little tiny flat push brush. I'm going to go around the edges. And then wipe off into a tissue or old makeup towel as you go. Every time you go in, you have to wipe for this method, but this is a great way to clean up a really intense lip line. And then what I'll do is use a little bit of powder, just a little bit of powder at the edges to make sure that the edges are as perfect as possible. And the powder will help resist the cream moving into the cream. So kind of a cool makeup trick if you've never tried it. Okay, I'll use a little bit of powder. Let's see. NW10 Studio Fix powder, same brush, just making sure there's no moisture left over. I'll take some of this foundation powder, press it right up against the edges. That way we get kind of a bulletproof lip. All right, I think we're there. Let me just do like a little bit of a gloss moment. Well, I'm just going to take some of the Inky List Tripeptide Plumping Balm on my palette here. And then I will just take a finger into that, warm it up. All right. I love a glossy black lip. All right. Well, folks, I think we're nearing the end of our makeup play for tonight. If you have any suggestions for next time, please do subscribe, follow, like, comment, all that stuff. But please message me and let me know what you'd like to see next. We can do smoky eyes, we can do liner, we can do graphic liner, we can do kind of whatever you guys want. So let me know. I'm your makeup artist here, signing off, bringing you some makeup entertainment. So I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Okay. YouTube, bye-bye.